Precisely 1:15. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. News edited by Catherine Pereira and read by Sharifa Tahir. Headlines. The necessary legal amendments will be submitted to Parliament in January to conduct the local government elections. It has been stressed that new constitution should be prepared under one country, one rule and one flag. $10 million income from selling oil to ships after 20 years. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has requested the government to increase fuel prices due to the increase in oil prices in the world market. The uncultivated lands for more than 25 years will be utilized for crop cultivation. News overseas, Sydney celebrates end of 107-day lockdown. We move on to local news in detail. The Parliament Special Select Committee has decided to submit necessary amendments for legal activities needed to conduct local government elections. Measures will also be taken to identify the legal reforms and elections and voting structure. Several issues have been arisen due to the local government bodies being inactive for more than 3 years. The members of the committee has pointed out that it is suitable to conduct the elections under the old election system when considering the present situation. Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said that the required legal amendments to conduct the local government election will be submitted to the Parliament in January next year. The concept of majority is that the mixed election system is suited for the country. The committee has also proposed an intellectual committee to investigate proposals submitted regarding the reforms of voting and elections. Venerable Ali Gunawansa Thera says that some non-government organizations are trying to separate the country. The Thera also stated that the new constitution should be prepared under the one country, one rule and one flag concept. The Thera made these remarks participating at the Dasa Dasin program of the SLBC today. Senior advisor to the President Lalit Weeratunga said that the President's main objective is to fulfill the promises given to the people by the government. He told the SLBC that the country will move towards a new path during the next few years. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation giving you the news.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking.
Continuing with more stories here at home. The Petroleum Corporation has earned $10 million by selling oil for ships during the last 4 months after 20 years. During the last 20 years, the autonomy of selling oil to ships was carried out by private sector. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has requested the government to increase fuel prices due to the increase in oil prices in the world market. The chairman of the corporation, Sumit Vijay said that there will be a risk on increasing of oil prices. He said that the CPC has incurred losses to the tune of 70 billion rupees as of 31st August 2021. However, Minister Udaya Gamampila said that the government has no intention to increase the oil prices. Presidential Task Force for Green Economy has decided to utilize lands owned by estate companies which has not been cultivated for more than 25 years for crop cultivation activities. There are a large extent of such lands in the country. Minister Mahinda Amaravira said the President is advised to submit a cabinet paper to take over the uncultivated lands. If relevant companies are taking measures to utilize these lands for crop cultivation, the government will give their utmost support in this regard. Minister Gamini Lokage said the training program will be launched to direct Sri Lankans for international job market while using the Lakvijaya power plant. He made this remark participating in an observation tour at the Noratole Lakvijaya power plant. This power plant supplies 40% contribution for the country's electricity demand. That's on local news.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The Ministry of Health says that COVID vaccination program is being conducted in 152 centres in the island. Meanwhile, the University Grants Commission Chairman Professor Sampath Amaratunga says that the administration of COVID-19 vaccine to university students will commence from today at all universities in the country. He further stated that the vaccination will be carried out until Friday. Students studying in Sri Lankan universities can go to the nearest university where they live and get the COVID-19 vaccine, he said.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya. Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
And now in Watch Light.
The Ministry of Health is expected to provide residential treatment for COVID-infected pregnant mothers. Director of the Family Health Bureau Specialist Dr. Chitramali Disova said that facilities in this regard are available. She also stated that there is some reduction in reporting of COVID-infected pregnant mothers.
World News.
World News headlines. Sydney celebrates end of 107-day lockdown. US concludes first direct talks with Taliban since withdrawal. Mass protests in Poland amid EU law controversy. World News in detail. The Australian city of Sydney has emerged from lockdown after almost 4 months, with locals celebrating a range of new freedom. People queued for pubs and shops that opened at midnight yesterday specifically for the occasion. Many others have been enjoying anticipated reunions and visits to the homes of relatives and friends. COVID rules had banned household visits and travel beyond a 5-kilometre zone, separating many families. But most restrictions have now been eased for fully vaccinated people. The first talks between the US and Taliban leaders since the withdrawal of American troops in August have concluded in Doha. The talks in Qatar focused on containing extremist groups, the evacuation of US citizens, and humanitarian aid. US officials said that while the group would be judged by its actions, talks had been candid and professional. The US insists the meeting does not amount to recognition of the Taliban. In a statement issued on Sunday night, the Taliban claimed that the US had agreed to begin to provide humanitarian aid to the country. Finally, on World News, Poles backing EU membership have taken part in protests across the country amid fears it could have the bloc. On Thursday, Poland's top court ruled that key articles of EU law were incompatible with the constitution. It sparked fears that Poland could exit the union, prompting calls for major demonstrations nationwide yesterday. Organizers said protests took place in more than 100 towns and cities, with some 100,000 people turning out in Warsaw alone. Donald Tusk, former president of the European Council and now leader of the opposition party's Civic Platform, called the people to defend a European Poland at a rally in the capital. That's on World News.
And now in development news.
Matale Road in Galevala will be developed. By roads of the area will also be developed. 3.5 million rupees will be spent for the road development activities.
Sports news.
And on sports news, Sri Lanka cricket team will face several matches next year. The Zimbabwe team is scheduled to arrive in the country in January. Sri Lankan team will tour in Australia in February and tour in India in March. They will be touring Bangladesh in May and will be playing cricket matches with Australia in Sri Lanka between the months of May and July. The training matches of the T20 tournament between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh will be held in Dubai tomorrow.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners. From October 1st, 2021 to September 30th, 2022. Remit a minimum of $100 or an equivalent amount in any foreign currency through NSB U Trust for 6 months consecutively. Send more money and increase the chances of winning.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The People's Bank has been awarded as the Great Active Bank by the Asian Development Bank with the face of the COVID pandemic. 2021 Award Festival of Business and Supply Financial Program of the Asian Development Bank was held recently. At this festival, several main affiliated banks of the Asian Development Bank were felicitated.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Cash through NSB globally and win wonderful gifts locally. Will you be the lucky winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee? 50 gold sovereigns for the top prize winner of the NSB Golden Jubilee. Scooters for the 10 second prize winners. iPhones for the 10 third prize winners. Mountain bikes for the 29 fourth prize winners.
Economic news, courtesy of
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibility. That's why we promise to give you the best returns and guarantee on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
And on economic news, as per the 6-month roadmap for ensuring macroeconomic and financial system stability presented by the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the international sovereign bond exposure is to be gradually reduced to around 10% of gross domestic product over the next 3 years. In line with this objective, having observed the discounted prices at which the upcoming January and July 2022 ISB maturities were trading during the month of September 2021.
I bought my daughter a laptop for her work by managing my finances. Whatever the expenses may be, I can't afford to miss out on life's special moments like her birthday or our anniversary. So you need to invest to make your family's future flourish.
Saving money isn't easy when you have responsibilities. That's why we promise to give you the best returns on your investment. LOLC Finance Fixed Deposits. Maximize your savings. LOLC Finance PLC, incorporated on the 13th of December 2001, is rated SLA stable by ICRA Lanka Limited and is licensed by the Monetary Board of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka under the Finance Business Act number 42 of 2011.
Weather report. The Met Department says cloudy skies will prevail over northern parts of the country. Showers or thunder showers will occur at times in western, Sabaragamuwa, central, northwestern and northern provinces and Ingol and Mathura districts. Fairly heavy showers above 75 millimeters can be expected at some places in western, Sabaragamuwa, northwestern and central provinces and Ingol and Mathura districts. Several spells of showers may occur in the north-central province. Showers or thunder showers may occur at a few places elsewhere in the afternoon or night. Wind speed can be increased up to 50 kilometers per hour at times in the western slope of Central Hills, northern, north-central and southern provinces and in the Trincomalee district. With our weather update, it's time for us to head back to the headlines. The necessary legal amendments will be submitted to Parliament in January to conduct the local government elections. It has been stressed that new constitution should be prepared under one country, one rule and one flag concept. $10 million income from selling oil to ships after 20 years. The Ceylon Petroleum Corporation has requested the government to increase fuel prices due to the increase in oil prices in the world market. The uncultivated lands for more than 25 years will be utilized for crop cultivation. News overseas, Sydney celebrates end of 107-day lockdown. With that, we conclude this bulletin of news.